Step into it. That's how we step into the weekend, nighttime weekend radio. It's a very good evening to you, Mzansi Africa. It's a very good evening to you, Africa Chipembe. Hello to you, Africa Motherland. And to hello and a very good evening to all of you around the world. Welcome to the special edition of That Real Talk. Muntu Mbanjwa is my name, and I'm your host, as always, all the way till 12 midnight. Welcome to it. It is what it is. It's 3 minutes after the hour, 10 o'clock. Wow, oh boy, what a grand Sunday. Hopefully wherever you are and whatever that we're up to, hopefully you had yourself a superb Sunday. All right, your time, it is 3 minutes after the hour, 10 o'clock. It is what it is, and that's the way it is. How have you been? How was your day? All right, there we go. Welcome to the special edition of That Real Talk. It's 4 minutes after the hour, 10 o'clock. And of course, my special guest tonight on the show is quite a very controversial and very interesting and very intriguing guest talking from his heart. And of course, South Africa tonight, my special guest. He needs no introduction. But nevertheless, this is the man who keeps on keeping on. This is the man who refused to give up. This is the man who's fighting the people's cause. And of course, South Africa, may I introduce you tonight, our special guest on the show. Our guest tonight on the show. It is indeed a great pleasure to have the man himself on the show tonight. We are in conversation with the Mzansi's very outspoken Adv Malesela Teffo is my guest tonight on the show. He's chatting to us, and of course the man is back on the legal fraternity, so we'll hear more from the man himself. And of course, he's the head of intelligence for the Forum of South Africa. So the man is joining us tonight, Adv Malesela Teffo. Of course, you'll remember quite very vividly that he was one of the leading defense counsel on the infamous Senzo Meyiwa case. And of course, tonight, he's got a lot to unpack with us. We are joined tonight by the man himself. And of course, a very special thanks before we cut straight to the chase, and a very special thanks there to the Adv Foundation. Thank you so much, the Adv Foundation, with the gracious donation of school uniforms, shoes, uniforms, food to the Bovet children. Thank you so much, Kenny, Temba, Gatlaise and family, as well as the Adv Foundation, as well as the associate. Thank you so much, guys. Keep on keeping on. All right, it's 6 after 10. We are in conversation with one of Mzansi's prolific legal brain. Quite controversial sometimes, quite to the point. The man who speaks not from his mind, but he speaks from his heart. The prolific advocate Malesela Teffo. It's a very good evening to you, Advocate Malesela. How are you tonight, sir? Compliments, not complaints of the new season. How are you, my big brother? Am I audible enough there, said to you? Can you hear me now, Advo? Oh, all right. Let's see what we hear. All right, we are battling a bit we are connected, of course, to Advocate. It's just, can you hear me now, Advo? Let's see. Wow. Okay. Am I audible enough now, Advocate Teffo? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Let's see our. Let's quickly correct that. I think. All right. Just stay with us. We will be with you just now. Am I audible enough now, Advocate? Not yet. Okay. All right. It's 8 minutes after the hour. We are trying to connect with Advocate Malesela Teffo. He's already joining us virtually on Zoom. He's on the line. It's just a bit, sometimes artificial intelligence works in different ways, but it's okay. Hopefully we'll get it right this time around. Hopefully. Good evening to you, Advocate. Can you hear me now? All right. Seems we are still battling a bit with Advocate to get through, but hopefully we'll sort the technical issue. Hopefully this time you can hear me around. Advocate, good evening. Can you hear me now? Advocate Teffo, can you hear me? Am I audible enough? I can see your face. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay. We are still trying to connect there with Advocate Teffo. Stay with us. It is what it is. 9 minutes after the hour. 10 o'clock. And we are in conversation with the man himself. Advocate Malesela Teffo is joining us tonight to unpack more on corruption and accountability. So we'll hear more from him tonight. He's the man joining us virtually on Zoom. Please bear with us. We'd like to apologize for causing an inconvenience profusely. All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think now we are audible. We are loud and crystal clear. Can you hear me now, Advocate? Can you hear me, Advocate?
I don't hear you anymore.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Don't know.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. So, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh.
So,
all right, we are fine, brother.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, good evening. How are you, my brother?
I'm very well, man. How are you, my big brother? It's been a while, man. You remember, it's quite a while now. It's a couple of years. The last time you and we had a conversation is a couple of years back. I think, you still remember?
I remember very well, but
yeah, I think you.
But I don't want to.
Yeah,
I
we are
don't
not
want to
doing.
remember that.
Yeah.
I don't want to remember that time because it was not nice time.
Yeah, it was nice time. I remember very well. Anyway, thank you so much, Advocate Teffo, for taking time to chat to us. Let's get straight to the chase. To many South Africans who do not know who is Advocate Malesela Teffo, where were you born, and how was life growing up where you were born? Just take us through the journey before we get to the thick and thin of things. Who is Advocate Teffo, and where were you born? How was your journey growing up before your career getting into police force and later ended being a lawyer? How was your life journey? Where were you born, and who is Advocate Malesela Teffo?
Thank you, Mother. Normally, that question, it takes the memory down the lane.
I'd really love to hear that today.
Yes, Malesela Daniel Teffo is the firstborn of Raisibe and Lisiba Teffo, born and bred in Limpopo, Ramashashani. It's a small village.
Yeah.
I started my schooling at the local primary school. I'm the person of the standards and the forms.
Yeah.
Primary education started at the village school called Ujani Primary School.
Mm-hmm.
And thereafter I went to the community school, meaning the high school where I got my education, my high school education.
Right.
Is the school that is built by 3 villages at Hamashashani.
Right.
I started my standard 1, my standard 6, which now is called grade 8.
Grade 8, yeah.
And then, yes, standard 6 up to standard 10, matric. So my first year of matric is 89. I didn't do well anyway. It's not that I failed first time, because normally matric you should first fail the first time.
Yeah.
But mine, I didn't pass anyway. It gave me the supplementary, because I was doing 7 subjects at that time.
Right.
So when you were doing 7 subjects, you have to fail 2, then you pass. But I failed 3 subjects. They give me a supplementary. I supplement in the middle of the year,
right.
which was June exams. And then also I was back at school full time. I passed for my supplementary, it was a school living. And then at the end of the year, again, I passed my matric. So what I'm telling you, Mundi, is that I've got the 2 matric certificates.
Right.
So anyway, none of them is giving me the matric exemption anyway. They were all school living. So I was not good.
Yeah, it's fair enough, advocate.
Yeah, but now when I started to attend the university, what surprised me, I often tell the people, look, I never even got excellence at the high school level, but now at varsity, my law degree is cum laude. It's a distinction.
Right.
Yeah. So now, after my matric, I just have a break. I worked at where my father was working. My father was a foreman. So it was in Boxbeck. It was for the other home in Takani. You know Takani in Takpa, next to Springs.
Yeah.
In Tema. Yeah, that's where, after my matric, actually, my life was reflecting at that side in the East End. So in 1995, I then went to train as a police officer. Came to Victoria West College, the police training college. And thereafter, by that time, we started the so-called pioneer program. When they started the community policing, we are the first people that we started the community policing in January 1995. We were called by the old police officers. They were calling us. You remember it was after we got into the new dispensation.
Yes.
We were called. They were mocking us. They were called us the Mandela police.
Yeah, I remember.
It was after 1990.
Yeah, Mandela police.
Fortunately, I did not form the part of the apartheid police, those of the scope and donor. Ours was a negotiated settlement.
Yeah.
So I studied my degree while I was in the police. So just long story short, I spent 19 years in the police, and then I've been in various units. I've been in like a normal patrolling police officer at the police station, started in Pretoria, and then I worked most of the time, or more of my time in the policing. I spent it at across the street. You know, I was working in Santen police station. That's where I became a sergeant, and then I became warrant officer, That's when I went back to Pretoria, where I worked at the head office. I became the bodyguard of the general. Yeah, that's
which
long and short of my story, my life.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, so just to chip in there, which general you were a bodyguard, you were assigned to as a bodyguard?
Okay, unfortunately, it's late now. It was on in October, October 1995. No, not 1995, but October 2024, I mean to say. So it was General Len Rasegatla. He was the head of the division called Inspectorate at the national office, national level in Pretoria.
Yeah, may his soul rest in peace.
Yeah, thank you very much. Len Rasegatla trained as a MK soldier. Right. He was in the East. He was in the East. He was a very, very close person. He was very close to their commander, his commander in the East. In the East, I'm referring to Tanzania. That's where he was based.
Okay.
So his close commander was the former president, Jacob Zuma. That's how close. That's how I became close to Jacob Zuma. And yeah, what even made me more closer to Zuma was that we shared the same star. I was born on the 12th of April, and then Zuma is the 12th of April, but different years. Zuma's years, Zuma is 1 year senior to my father, actually.
Oh, yeah. They are the same generation.
They are the same generation.
Okay. Now,
my father is still alive.
Wow.
He's 83-year-old.
He's 83?
And my mother is 76 years. Very active.
Wow. We just wish them more years, man. I'm really great to hear that. Now, Advocate, just to take us through, for you, after completing your matric, and later on you went to study to become a lawyer. Now, let's go back to the era where you became a police officer. Now, joining the police service, was it by choice or was it by coincidence? What prompted you to decide to join the police force other than other professions?
Yes, actually it was by default. If I may tell you, I hated police so much, and I hated to see myself in the police. Really, I studied my law degree while I was in the police, coincidentally. So, in my second year after I matriculated, because I took 1 year after my matriculation, like I said, I went to work where my father was working. I took a break actually from school. Then the second year is then I went to school. It will be in 1992. I went to LM Mangwape Agri College in Taung. That's where I went to do my diploma in agriculture.
Wow.
Yes. So by that time, remember, I'm coming from Limpopo. 1992, it was still very much when we were talking about Buputatswana.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was admitted, and it was in March. I'll tell you, during that time at the college, agricultural college, they were doing the so-called trimester. So I became the student at LM Mangwape Agri College in March, and then 3 weeks' time, they will be writing the first trimester. And I did well, despite the fact that I joined late. And the reason I was admitted, it wouldn't be easy for me to be admitted. The reason I was admitted is that there was a senior lecturer at the LM Mangwape Agri College called Mr. Ramafoko. So the reason I was admitted, it was because of Mr. Ramafoko, who was the senior lecturer at the agriculture college, because Mr. Ellen Ramafoko was, Mr. Ramafoko knew my cousin from Limpopo. Mr. Ramafoko did a BSc in agriculture at the University of Limpopo.
Yeah.
It was called University of the North at that time.
Oh, back then it was called TEF. TEF. TEF.
Yeah,
sure.
So now, coincidentally, he was the classmate of my cousin, the late Paul Schlanger, who was also working. He was working at the Department of Agriculture in Leboa. Because he was taken by the time when he was doing the BSc degree in agriculture, he was sent by the Department of Agriculture in Leboa by that time. So that's where he met Mr. Ramafoko there. And Mr. Ramafoko also was there, sent by the Department of Agriculture from Bophuthatswana at that time. So these were two Limpopo Leboa was a homeland, and then you'll remember Bophuthatswana was independent, was the Republic of Bophuthatswana. So now, knowing that I am related to the late Paul Schlanger, that's when he influenced my admission at the college. So I even stayed with him at his they call it the quarters. If you know that during that time of Mangope, there was a big development and the progress in Bophuthatswana.
Yes.
So the lectures, they've got their town home there where they stay. It was like the big houses. Each and every lecture had his own house. So it was very, very beautiful place. So I stayed with the Ramafoko at his home. And then the students were staying at the student rest. We had the girls' rest and the boys' rest. So again, this started to be my lifestyle, or the life of the story of my life. I was elected as the SRC at the college. Yeah, and then as time goes on, then I passed at the end of the year. I went to second year, which it will be 1993.
Right.
So 1993, that's when the students started their demands, like as the president of SRC, the male student, want to have a free access to the ladies' rest. Now,
it's trouble.
That determined, it became the boomerang of my life now, because
it
as
changes the whole
SRC,
thing. Yeah.
Then the demand, I have to see that the demand is a major test of my leadership.
So
now.
How did you deal with these demands?
It was not easy.
Of course.
I can tell you.
Yeah.
I can tell you that the intelligence of the BOP police, very, very high. So these things leaked through to the authorities, and they happen to know that Bophuthatswana during the time of Mangope, these people were so ethnicist, let me say that, I don't know, or tribalist or whatever. Because I'm coming from Limpopo, I'm speaking my language, but
you are coming from Limpopo, and we are not speaking Setswana there.
I'm not speaking Setswana, then I'll be called Mutswakwa. So
the Botswanas are calling somebody from Limpopo Mutswakwa.
Yeah.
Yeah, life was oily back then, advocate.
Yeah, no, that was my life. So anyway, but Mr. Ramafoko liked me so much. And then I didn't also want to disappoint him. But now, these issues of the demands of the student, the male students, to have access to the rest of girls, now it wanted to get out of the hand because, like I said, that the news leaked to the authority.
Yeah.
And then, knowing that the president at the college is Mutswakwa. So
they're gonna come after Mutswakwa. He's a native who's causing trouble there.
He's a native who's causing trouble. You see? So now, fortunately, I had a girlfriend actually at the Taung College of Education. So then one night when we were at our place, Mr. Ramafoko told me, "Hey man, I had this thing," and he had he overheard. I mean the rumor mill that the authority has heard about me, and then there is I want to cause a trouble there and everything. So he advised me. He said, "No, look, it was Thursday actually, that night when we were back at the rest." So he said, "There's going to be a trouble the way things are.
You better run for cover."
He advised me to not, the following day on Friday, not to sleep at the rest. Then I slept at the Taung College of Education, there by my girlfriend, where she was. And my girlfriend was a Motswana person anyway. But it's not the person I'm staying with in my life now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the history.
Yeah. It's a history. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So now, it was as if Mr. Ramafoko was like a prophet or a sango. During the night on Friday, the police indeed came. They ransacked the house of Mr. Ramafoko. They were looking for me. They were looking for me. And then the news became confirmed that indeed I'm now the wanted. Knowing the capabilities and the ability of Bob police,
scope and donor.
They beat you, if they beat you, they break your ribs, you are lucky. Actually, they will beat you to kill. So, I stayed there, and then Mr. Ramafoko's wife was a teacher. They were coming from Tlavani.
Yeah, in Rustenburg. Yeah. Yes, boy, we're still listening. Okay. I think we'll try to connect again there with the advocate. I think we'll try to connect there. Okay. Let's see, we try to connect with the advocate there. It seems we got a bit of we got cut there. Okay. Advocate Teffo, can you hear me now? Oh no, it seems we experienced a bit of a problem. I think it's part of a network on the other side of things. All right, let's see whether we'll connect again with advocate while on the line with us, still joining us virtually. Can you hear me now, Advo? Okay, all right.
(24/7) around the world, non-stop. This is Alex FM 89.1.
All right, we'll be back shortly with Advocate Malesela Teffo. Experiencing a bit of some internet network. We'll try to connect back with them. Please do stay with us.
Hi, this is Siloma Kakangube, and you are listening to the Sweet Sunday Show with Muntu Mbanjwa. Werneda.
All right, welcome back. Your time, it is almost 22:33, and we are still in conversation with the man himself, Advocate Malesela Teffo. We are trying to connect back to him. I would like to apologize for the inconvenience we might have caused you. Nevertheless, it is what it is. That's the way it is. The artificial intelligence at its full swing. 89.1 FM. And thank you so much for streaming with us on www.alexfm.co.za. And of course, coming side by side on our neighborhood Facebook channel. Thank you so much for choosing us and streaming with us on www.alexfm.co.za. Still trying to get back to Advocate Malesela Teffo, joining us virtually on the Zoom call. It is what it is. In case you have just joined in, welcome to it. 89.1 FM, the station with the mind to elevate your mind. Muntu Mbanjwa is my name, and I'm still all over your radio all the way till 12 midnight. And of course, tonight we are in deep conversation with the man himself, Advocate Malesela Teffo. Trying to reconnect with him. Please stay with us. We'll just do our best to reconnect with our guest, Advocate Malesela Teffo. Answers advocate. All right, welcome back. Yeah, we're still trying to sort out our technical problem to reconnect with Advocate Teffo, but we will sort the problem. It's just the network, I think, where he's at now, but we will try to do our utmost best to reconnect with him. Just please bear with us. We apologize. We'd like to apologize profusely for any inconvenience that we made. We might have caused during our interview, but definitely for sure we will do connect in a short while. Stay with us right away.
24/7 around the world, non-stop. This is Alex FM 89.1. Elevate your mind. 24/7 around the world, non-stop. This is Alex FM 89.1. Elevate your mind. Josie's Finest Radio. Alex FM. Elevate your mind.
Hi, this is Muntu Mbanjwa, and you are listening to the Sweet Sunday Show with Muntu Mbanjwa. Wurneba.
Yeah. All right. We are back again. We would like to apologize for any inconvenience. We'd like to apologize profusely for any inconvenience we might have caused. You know, such things do happen from time to time, especially since the Donald Trump trade tariffs. So we'll never know. Maybe this is one of the what do we call the internet? The internet tariffs. Which comes at 30% from Donald Trump. Advocate, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Thanks. God is great.
Yeah, all right. Advo, since we have lost a bit of some smaller time, let's fast forward. Time is pressing on us. We've got so much to talk about. Now, as a former policeman, I want to hear what are your views. What do you make of the current status of our police services, the judicial system? What do you make of the allegations by the KZN provincial commissioner, the infamous statement that he made on June the 2nd to tell South Africa to look in the mirror to say what is happening behind the scenes? We were all taken aback by what General Mkhwanazi told the nation. What are your views? What is your reading and your reaction in terms of what General Mkhwanazi said and told the nation to look at the mirror? What is your assessment?
Yes, Muntu. Firstly, starting with your first question, the general overview of the policing and the judiciary. I'm lucky to have happened to be in both two worlds. Two worlds, I'm referring to the world. Firstly, I've been the police.
Yeah, the police and the judiciary.
And then I can tell you that I'm not lost from the police. While I was still in the police, I became a shop steward in the young age, whereby I will represent the police officers. And then I became the first shop steward who legally qualified. Because when I got admitted on the 5th of January 2009 as an advocate, I was still in the police. So, like I said, that I studied my law degree while I was in the police. So now I am still interacting with my former colleague, the police. I'm still representing them in the disciplinary hearing. I'm representing them at court. They prefer me. So I'm now the lawyer. So I'm representing the police now at a higher level now.
Right. Now, all right. Now, we are representing police at the higher level. Just to take us through to many people now who would like to understand your new role at FOSA, where now you are the head of intelligence. Just to take us through, what is FOSA and what is your role and responsibility as the head of intelligence at FOSA?
Yes. I was still explaining this. During my time in the police, I've been an ordinary booby I've been the patrolling police. I worked at the police station doing the patrols and everything. So, and then it was still when I was still in Sandton, when I became part of the unit called CIG. CIG is the Crime Intelligence Gathering. So I was like the informer in the police, telling them in terms of the kind of the crime that is happening. You can say this kind of the crime is happening at this time, and then you will know this Muntu as the township guy in Alexander. You know that I worked at the place across where you are in Sandton.
Yeah.
the most of the crime, the dominant crime at Sandton, it will be your shoplifting.
House robbery.
House robbery. See, I've worked at Sandton during that time when it was the time of, you remember the jewelry gang?
Yeah. The jewelry gang. The jewelry gang who later they became the Rolex gang.
Rolexes
The Rolex gang. Yeah.
Yes. I was working in Sandton at that time. See, so as a person in the CIG unit, like I'm saying, CIG is a crime intelligence gathering.
Yeah.
I will have to notify during the meeting, tell them like the crime of robbery at house in Sandton. You will have this kind of also the hijacking, where someone will be followed from the airport, and then followed from airport to Sandton. And when these guys arrive, you are getting at your house, they will tailgate you. They will block when you open your car, your gate, then you're about to enter. The car will accost it, will tailgate you, they'll block the gate. Then that's when they rob you everything. So, yeah, crime intelligence gathering is one of those units that I did work. And then also I also worked for the bodyguard and all those things. So now, with that experience, it came handy when I'm at FOSA. I'm looking at the issues like what is happening in the country as a whole, especially in the police.
Yeah.
So you talk about the issues of the court, the court system. So when the person has been arrested and need a bail, there is still a lot of job that the police or the judiciary, the police and the justice I'm referring to the NPA, that has to be done in terms of the bail. You see, many people are not, they need to be educated about the bail. The bail, when someone gets the bail, it doesn't mean that that person, the police or the police or the prosecutors, they are giving that person a favor. Everyone has got the right to apply for a bail so that you can prepare for your case. So in this regard, you will see the people that when there is somebody has done a heinous crime, they will go and toy or march to the court to say, no, this person must rot in jail, must not be given the bail. Not knowing that once you get the bail, it's not the end of the case. The case is still going to continue until the person has been convicted at the end, if you indeed the person has committed that crime. So now, I say again, when you see the corrupt presiding officer, it can be the magistrate or the judge. Let me talk from the point of the magistrate, because we normally say the justice must happen from the lower level. Justice must happen from the lower level, from the magistrate court, before the case can go to high court. And I say, if the people who are at the gatekeeper of the corruption within the judiciary, within the justice and the policing sphere, there are two, a lawyer and a police officer. If the lawyer and police officer cannot be corrupt, we will not have the corrupt magistrate. We will not have the corrupt prosecutor. Why I'm saying this? In this country, I've seen that the police are corrupt. We, the lawyers, we are corrupt. That's us who are started to, like I said, we are the gatekeepers of, the justice. So, a very strict and upright and a law-abiding police officer will make sure that the prosecutor does not become corrupt. To say, no, look, this person, I will give him the bail. And if you've got the upright lawyer who is a law-abiding citizen and is anti-corruption, there will be no corrupt magistrate. So why I'm saying this, I'm saying the lawyer is overseeing the magistrate, and the police is overseeing the prosecutor. Because once you are at court, I've got the client. My client now has to go and ask for apply for a bail. Then firstly, it will be the lawyer and the prosecutor. The lawyer will say, look, I will talk to the prosecutor. See if we can make something. Then we can give the prosecutor something. And then the prosecutor will say, all right, let me check Sergeant X. Because remember, when you apply for the bail and the state is refusing the bail, is opposing the bail, it is when the police will say, no, this person must not get the bail. We'll be telling the prosecutor, so no, this person must not get the bail because it's a flight risk. Remember, if the person has been given the bail and has to make sure that the person is appearing again at court, it's the police who will look for that person. So the prosecutor, the police, and the lawyer are the one now will say, look, my client, as a lawyer, say my client should get the bail, and then I'll give the prosecutor 15,000 so that he can make the things easy for my client. See, so hence I'm saying that. And then it comes again to the side of the magistrate as well. The case belongs to the state and the defense. It's not belonging to the magistrate. If the prosecutor and the police can say, we are not opposing the bail, there is nothing that magistrate can do because magistrate must be impartial. However, the magistrate, as some say, can be suspicious to say, no, why are you not opposing the bail in such a serious crime like this? So then upright magistrate who doesn't want to be or entertain the corrupt relationship between the police officer and the prosecutor will definitely wanted to know and will call the two in the chambers to say, how on earth you are not opposing the bail for this person? Because remember, you prosecutor, if you say you don't oppose the bail, then if in the open court I'm seen to be denying what you are saying or opposing what you are saying, then I will be considered to be not being impartial. It will be that it's like I'm taking the side. One of the parties will accuse me of taking the side.
Yeah.
So in short, Muntu, I'm saying that the reason you see the situation it is now, the judiciary, the justice situation it is the way it is because our lawyers are corrupt. Our police are corrupt. The lawyers and the police must stop being corrupt. Judiciary won't be corrupt. Justice won't be corrupt. So coming to the 6th of July 2025 of what Mkonazi said, Mkonazi, I worked with him. At one stage, Mkonazi was my boss in 2009 when he was the national commissioner. people often say that Mkonazi was a acting national commissioner. Let me tell you this, Muntu.
Tell us more.
And the viewer.
Tell us more, Advocate.
Mkonazi was never acting national commissioner.
What?
He never acted.
Yeah.
He was appointed accordingly in terms of the Constitution.
He was appointed a full-time national commissioner, according to the Constitution.
Yes, by Zuma.
Yeah, not acting.
He was not acting. Why I'm saying this? Contrary to what people are saying, Zuma was the president of the country in 2009.
Yeah.
When he appointed Mkonazi. Check with the Section 207, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. It says the president, as the head of the cabinet, must appoint man or a woman to be the national commissioner. It says must. So now, if Zuma, unless somebody can tell me that Zuma was not a proper president, Zuma had no right to appoint a national commissioner during that time. So Zuma was there were no doubt about President Zuma, the former President Zuma, during the time when he appointed Mkonazi. And maybe what also confusing the people to say Mkonazi was the acting national commissioner is because Mkonazi was just being promoted from brigadier to major general. At the time when Zuma appointed him, Mkonazi was a major general. You had the 6 months at the rank of major general. So Zuma appointed him from the rank of the major general to become the national commissioner at the rank of a general now. So it is a prerogative of the president to appoint the national commissioner in terms of the Constitution. So as much as they were senior police officers to Mkonazi, we were having the lieutenant general. That's where they were a pool of the lieutenant general. Zuma would have appointed any of them, unlike going down to appoint a junior. But it was president, you cannot question him. It was his choice. The little did we know was that at that time, Zuma had appointed Mkonazi so that Mkonazi should not charge Lieutenant General Mdluli, the head of crime intelligence at the time.
Are you talking of General Richard Mdluli?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was very close to my principal, to the General Rasgat at the time when I was the bodyguard. I know him very, very much. I was close to him. Yeah. So, you will know this thing of the politics and the people of choice, like people who are given the power.
So there was a lot of political interference.
There was a political interference, but however, because the ANC, the hands of the ANC was in the cookie jar. Cookie jar, I'm referring to the crime intelligence, the slush fund.
Yeah.
You know, crime intelligence, since I know it has a budget of 15 billion per year.
Sorry, Advocate, what's so intriguing and interesting? Why people want to put their hands next to the cookie jar of the slush funds? What's so big about these slush funds? What's in it, in the slush funds?
Yeah, I'm coming to that one. Yes, the reason is that, like I'm saying to you, I know that the slush fund, I think at the current slush fund, the budget is too big. I'm talking about 15 billion a year.
Yeah.
And that money is money just to create the project. They call the project for the impimpis, for the informers. money for the informers. You don't have to say anything, buy whatever, no. Money for the informers. And that money will never go dry. That slush fund will never go dry. So it was too much. And other thing about the slush fund is that the slush fund is not getting audited. So
Yeah.
the people within the slush fund there, the officers, for example, Officer X can come and say, no, look, I've got the project Woza.
I need so
the
much.
Divisional Commission.
I need so much for the project. Woza.
I need 300 million for the project Woza. You understand? And then these people, we are human beings. There is already sinister intention. Need the money. And the money, 300 million, will be there, booked out and signed for project Woza.
Yeah.
And you find that only, how much? When I'm talking about 300 million, only 50 million will be used for something that is tangible.
Yeah.
But the rest will be shared.
Sure.
See? So that's the reason that this, the ruling party was so interested in the slush fund to do some of, especially the individuals. You know that there's a lot of private job that the slush fund did. For example, and I say, may his soul rest in peace, the late Minister Mtetwa. You remember that his mother's place was upgraded by the slush fund money. Yes. The personal duties were done by the slush fund because they know those people inside there. No one will be aware of how much was spent and everything because it was official that budget is not getting audited. It's the reason that you see that big interest in that. So now, finalizing this issue of Mkonazi Mduli and appointment of Mkonazi by Zuma, so was that. Because the previous Lieutenant General Mduli was amenable to the ANC, the hand in the cookie jar. You see, so they had interest that. You'll remember there was something like the word alleged say by Mduli saying that I'm a Zuma man. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yes, it's the reason that Zuma appointed Mkonazi is already spoken to Mkonazi. You remember when these people are getting appointed, the National Commission, they've already been approached by the same president or the advisors of the president to say, hey, president is considering to appoint you. See? Yeah, and this are the mandate. This is a mandate. You are going to do 1, 2, 3, and you are not going to do ABC. So the reason he was appointed was because he should not charge Richard Mduli.
Yeah.
Then he was appointed.
Yeah.
He became general. And then seven months down the line, Mkonazi somersaulted. He said, no, I'm charging Mduli now.
Yeah. I wanted to
Zuma
get
didn't believe. Zuma didn't believe that. He didn't believe.
Yeah.
Then he fired Mkonazi.
Okay.
Here and there.
Yeah.
So Mkonazi was fired by Zuma somewhere in 2020. He was fired because he now reneged on the mandate or on the agreement between him and Zuma to charge the Zuma man. Yeah, it's the reason maybe that is confusing people to think that Mkonazi was for time being. Hence, he was fired in that he didn't spend. Remember, the period of National Commission in the office is 5 years. So Mkonazi he was even hardly a year in the office. So that's why maybe I want to believe that this is what is confusing the people. And then, on top of that, what Mkonazi could have done Mkonazi was supposed to have been outside the police and taking the step. If he felt that he was unfairly dismissed, he should have dealt with that situation, address that situation.
How did he deal with
from
it?
From outside.
Yeah.
Now Mkonazi did not resign. Actually, what Zuma did to Mkonazi, I would call it constructive dismissal on the part of Mkonazi.
What do you mean by that?
Constructive dismissal means that, remember, the National Commissioner is the top roof within the police.
Right.
There's no any other rank beyond National Commissioner.
So you mean the National Commissioner, has more powers than the Minister of Police?
No. No, remember the Minister
who has more powers between the National Commissioner and the Minister of Police? Where does the bus stops? Does it stop with the Minister of Police or with the National Commissioner?
All right. National Commissioner is the head of administration in the police.
Okay.
Is the last rank.
All right.
And then the Minister of Police is the political head.
Okay.
Of the policing.
Right.
So now they are unified by subsection 2 of the Constitution, of the section 207, subsection 2 of the Constitution, is the one that says in a certain issues in relation to the policies, the National Commissioner cannot do something without consulting the minister. That is the subsection 2 of the section 207 of the Constitution.
Okay.
And now that one is taking us to the current situation, Muntu. You remember now in that Mkona's issue, they are talking about PKTT.
Yeah.
And accusing Minister Mtunu
of disbanding the PKTT.
Yes. Yes. People don't understand that Minister Mtunu had the responsibility, if he sees that there is some certain unit within the police that is money wasting, wasteful expenditure are done. Minister of the Police, in consultation with the National Commissioner, in terms of subsection 2 of section 207, they will communicate, they will talk, they will consult, they will be in the meeting to say, look, this thing you call PKTT, Minister will be saying, I don't see the progress, or I see this unit as the time wasting. This was formed for the particular time. And when Minister Mtunu came in the police, you find that PKTT has been there. And there was no progress. It was not doing anything good. It was just wasting time, wasting money. Therefore, it was the prerogative, or it was within his jurisdiction as the Minister of the Police to say, hey, National Commissioner, because National Commissioner is for the operations, remember, and the ministers for the policies. So, Minister Senzo Mtunu said to Masemola, said, the life of the PKTT, it has been long. It has been it has a longevity unnecessary. It must come to an end because we don't see the progress in this. It's a money wasting. We must disband it.
Okay.
Yes, then it was then the minister, after that kind of the consultation, will leave everything in the hands of the National Commissioner to act.
Is it constitutional for the minister to do that and hand all the duties to the commissioner? Is it constitutional according to the Police Act?
I'm specific. It will be section 207 subsection 2 of the Constitution.
Subsection 207 of the Constitution. Okay, fine.
No. Section 207.
Section 207.
Yeah, paragraph 2.
2. Okay.
Of the Constitution.
Okay. I'll check.
That's where it says, Minister, in consultation with the National Commissioner, in terms of the policies, they will consult or they will have a meeting about certain issue. It can be the unit, it can be whatever. But in this regard, we are specific now. There's a thing called PKTT. So, Minister Mkune had a meeting with Masemola. And indeed, PKTT, I can tell you, Muntu, it was a rogue element now. They were doing things that you can't believe. They became a rogue. They became a Katomena, like a Katomena unit in Durban.
When they became the rogue unit of some sort, Advocate, in whose command the PKTT were under then?
Exactly.
Who was
Good question.
who was the commander-in-chief of the PKTT?
That's a good question, because the PKTT actually started as, you'll remember this abbreviation PKTT says Political Killing Task Team.
Yeah.
It was formed for the purpose of investigating the political killings in KZN specifically.
Yeah.
And it was wrong also. It was wrong to form political killing task team for specifically KZN, as if it was only in KZN where there were political killings.
But sorry to chip in there, Advocate. I mean, I understand where we are coming from. But now, when we look at the KZN itself, I mean, KZN it was a political hotbed of violence between the supporters of the ANC and the IFP. And then it was estimated that it is one of the provinces that experienced a high number of political killings rather than any other province. It is estimated that it is around 20 to 30,000 people that lost their lives in KwaZulu-Natal between the political conflict of the IFP and the ANC. Now, KZN, it was a political hotbed of violence where many people even today, some still believe that the PKTT has played a role in identifying. For one example, look at the case of Sindiso Makaka. It's because of the PKTT. Some people are saying the PKTT has managed to investigate some of the cases that were abandoned a long time ago. You look at the dockets that General Shadrach Sibiya is talking about that were removed from KZN to his office and all of that. Now, out of these 182 dockets which were investigated by the PKTT, now let's look at the success, Advocate. I want to hear your opinion on the success of the PKTT in terms of making sure that their investigations are brought before the court of law.
Yeah. Let me address it from your question that as to who was leading the PKTT. Like I said, it was unheard of that PKTT was head by actually two people.
Yeah. Who were these people?
Major General, when it started there.
Was it by Major General Poisons?
No. Major General Dumisani Khumalo.
Oh, okay. Major General Dumisani Khumalo. Okay, the one who recently appeared in the Madlaga Commission.
Yeah, later on he was promoted to become Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo when he came to be the head of the
crime intelligence.
CIA, crime intelligence.
Yeah.
Yes. So now, do you know that the reason that PKT was formed, it was formed after the inquiry or There is the famous lawyer who was doing the investigation or inquiry of Mwerani Commission.
Oh yeah, the senior counsel. Yeah, Advocate.
The senior counsel Mwerani.
Yeah, Advocate Mwerani was doing the Political Violence Commission in KZN.
Yes. No, you know why? Is that I cannot agree with you in terms of saying that the KZN was a political burning spear of the killings of politicians. The reason of the killings there, it was the supporters of ANC and Inkatha. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Because why I'm saying this is because that in KZN, these supporters of Inkatha and ANC, they were fighting there was a territorial battle between them. What informed the territorial battle? You will know that mostly this fight was in Umlazi, Kwamashi.
Yeah.
And other areas, those are the areas where there are a lot of the hostels.
Yeah, particularly in the townships. Yeah.
Yes. You know.
Yeah, I remember when you talk of the hostels, it dates back to the Cleveland hostels and the Cleveland hostel in Mlazi. Yeah. Yes,
that was the central Bailey. There's a central nervous system of the proliferated political killings, and they call it political killings because the people who were fighting are the members, the supporters of the political parties. In actual fact, those killings were just a killing, actually. There is no killing that you can identify as a political. Just because this one belongs to this party, this one belongs to this party, that is happening anyway. Even in Eastern Cape is happening, in Limpopo is happening. That people of the ANC and other parties, they'll be fighting. It's just that in Limpopo is 100%, I mean, now, by that time was 100% ANC. You remember, for the ANC to get a landslide vote, when it comes to the province, you'll find that 90% of the ANC voters are from Limpopo. 90% of the voters are from Eastern Cape and other provinces. So, unlike KZN is the heartbeat of Inkatha.
Yeah.
And then ANC is there. But these two parties, originally or traditionally, they are traditional rivals. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's something that is making the KZN unique when it comes to the fighting of the supporters of the different parties. So hence they term it political killings. In fact, it's not. It's not like that. It's just a killing that needed the police from the police station.
So, Advocate,
from that area.
Yeah, okay, let me chip in there. Right, sorry to chip in there. Now, according to your own personal perception, what is your view regarding the PKTT? Are you of the view that the PKTT, it needs to be disbanded, or are you of the view that the PKTT should be kept so that it can continue to do what it is alleged to be doing, what they do best? So what is your view regarding the disbandment of the PKTT? Do you believe, was it right or wrong to disband the PKTT, in your view?
Okay. In my view, Munda, I can say, from the establishment of PKTT, I don't see anything wrong. But I can tell you, PKTT has been effective for less than a year. So beyond a year that it went through, the members of the PKTT were becoming the element, the rogue element, especially after Mkonazi becoming the provincial commissioner of KZN. So that's where things got out of the hand, because PKTT itself, it never had a straight budget. See, it never had a straight budget, but there was a first budget that was given to PKTT as a pilot project to see, let's see how far we'll go. That's when they were, they become effective, because why they become effective? It was after Moerane Commission has established that the fight, the killings are manufactured and generated from the hostels. The hostels are the problems, are becoming the battlefield for this. And remember, this hostel are the ANC supporters. That hostel are IFP supporters. And why are they fighting for the hostels? They say, no. The IFP supporters will say, no, not IFP, but ANC supporters staying in the hostel, particular hostel. They say, no. Actually, here in KZN, our hostel, we stay at the hostel X, and then the IFP people are at the hostel Y. At hostel Y, where there are IFP people, the hostel has been renovated. They've got the family clusters. They are taken care of. But us, where we are, this the ANC people, our hostel is still dilapidated, no renovation are done. Now they will fight for that reason. They want to go and occupy that thing. You see, fighting for the hostel. This is what was happening, Muntu.
Yeah. Now, advocate.
So now,
yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Yes. Then, then it will be that situation of the report of the Moerane is the one that led to the formation of PKTT. At that time, they had a report. They have to know where they are going in order to solve the situation. That's why I said PKTT, it became effective on the first year. And then towards the year beyond, these people were no longer having that. They were no longer being effective. And the PKTT, again, it became wasteful expenditure. Mm-hmm. Like I told you that there was no special budget that was created for PKTT. Okay. They were now started to use the budget of the province in KZN. Mm-hmm. Mkonazi was now started to allow eating into the budget of the province to support PKTT. Mm. You see, PKTT was staying in the hotels, spending a lot of money. Mm. That's where the problem arises. And the other issue was the manner, the criteria of appointing a police officer to become the member of PKTT.
What does it take? I can tell, what does it
because
take?
I know.
Yeah.
I know the inside of the PKTT. Yeah. They were fighting even for to say now, the people who would be identified in Gauteng, they were seconded to be the members of PKTT, coming from the unit. I know some people who are coming from the Hawks.
How are they
members of PKT?
How are they being chosen, or how are they being roped into the PKTT? What are the basic requirements for the members to join the PKTT? What is the recruitment procedure and the processes?
That was a problem. That was a problem because it was considered to be the favoritism. See? And Now they started to fight because this was mainly happening in KZN. And the KZN members were not happy about the Gauteng members to be part of them in KZN. Yeah. I would have mentioned a specific police officer if I was not afraid, I was not fearing for his life. But just rest assured, I know what was happening in the PKTT.
Okay.
There was a fight between the Gauteng and those in KZN. They say, you think you're from Gauteng, you think you're clever.
Oh, I see. Now,
yeah, when the police who are being appointed to do a certain project, to do a certain crime, fight a certain crime in a certain area, themselves now they started the crime within themselves by fighting each other. And some they were even trying to do the conspiracies, like conspiring to kill others. That was bad.
Yeah, they became the crime.
That's why I say, I myself, PKTT was becoming the burden now in the police.
Okay.
And there was nothing wrong that Minister Mkunu did. Minister Mkunu did the right thing.
I heard.
Say, PKTT must be disbanded. And later on, it was not him who disbanded it. It was after Masemola have realized that minister has a point.
The minister said to Masemola, you must disband the PKTT, meaning to Masemola disband the PKTT. Now. So Masemola was lost. He couldn't understand what the minister was saying by saying disband the PKTT now. Yeah,
that now is a conundrum, actually.
It's Masemola. No, I don't
Masemola,
understand.
Actually, when I talk about, for example, I'll talk about General Masemola. And then General Masemola and General Mkonazi.
Is he the right man for the job? Is he the right man to be the national commissioner? Because I'm thinking that some people are saying that when Masemola retires, surely Mkonazi should step in and become the national commissioner. So these two, are they buddies?
Let me educate you this. Masemola and Mkonazi are the same WhatsApp group.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And Tumsani Kumalo as well is on the same WhatsApp group.
Tumsani Kumalo is on the same WhatsApp group.
Okay.
But let me tell you about Masemola and Mkonazi first. I'm talking about these two, the national commissioner and the provincial commissioner. Firstly, Fani Masemola is not well conversant with the police administration.
Okay.
He never worked at the station.
Now.
Yeah. You see, he never worked at the police station. Masemola never worked at the police station. Masemola worked for that unit of Eugene Terblanche.
Oh, Eugene Terblanche, the former AWB.
De Kock.
Oh, Eugene De Kock, Obrele. The former Flag Plus commander.
The security branch.
Yeah, the former Flag Plus commander. Oh, Eugene Brele De Kock. Yeah.
Masemola worked for that unit while he was in Free State.
It was a hit
Masemola
squad.
joined the police in Free State.
Wow.
Back then, in the 80s. And then he was at Flag Plus.
Yeah,
and then the other unit after Flag Plus was disbanded or whatever, he joined the POPs. So he worked in that unit whereby there is no much of administration. So that's why now Masemola cannot even tell you who's the station commander at Alexander.
Then advocate, then how did he rise to the occasion? Then how did he got promoted? Because not long ago we had Shadrach Sibia there, the commission, telling us how people were promoted, so fast and furious, people were promoted within 6 months to 7 months from this lower rank to higher rank and all of that. So for Fani Masemola, then how did he ascend to the highest office to be appointed the national commissioner? Since you said, I mean, his a policing CV, it's quite a bit sketchy and shabby of some sort. How did how did he rise to the occasion to become or to be appointed the national commissioner? How did it happen? How he was roped in?
Good question. Yeah, you'll remember after Ramaphosa fired National Commissioner Sithole.
After Commissioner was a guy. I remember Sithole guy. Who was working with Ketha Sithole, who was working with. By then, there was the minister. Then it was Bheki Cele, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, for your information, Sithole was fired, unfairly so by Ramaphosa.
Why he was fired, Ketha Sithole? What?
After he was influenced by Bheki Cele. Ramaphosa was influenced by Bheki Cele.
What wrong did he do to be fired?
I've said it, and I was in trouble when I was saying it at McG, saying that these two were fighting for the drugs, not for the policies. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So Ketha Sithole then he got fired because he knew that something was a mess here. Something was going on here. I mean, people behind the scenes were working with criminals of some sort.
Yeah, they were actually. You could, during that time when Bheki Cele and Sithole, Bheki Cele was the minister, Sithole was the national commissioner. Like I said, I'll remind you what I said about the national commissioner and the minister. I said, national commissioner is for the operation and the minister is for the policies. You see, more often than rare, we should see the minister of police in the parliament. And then the national commissioner of the police should be in the street. You see, so now you will see Bheki Cele more in the street than even Sithole. There will be I remember there was a certain time for the period of 3 months, you didn't hear anything about Sithole, but you'll hear about Bheki Cele.
Yeah.
And he will even say, we are on the ground, the police are on the ground. He was missing in the parliament.
Yeah, he was
making
missing.
a lot of disturbance.
Yeah, it's true. He was missing in action like Chuck Norris. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you see. So now, Minister Cele, all these problems in the police today are caused by Cele. And nobody say anything about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I come to Mkonazi. Remember, I'm doing the comparison between Mkonazi and Masemola. All right, even before I come to Mkonazi, after Ramaphosa has fired
Ketha Sithole.
Yes. He then appointed the panel consisted of Siti Mufumati.
Yeah. The former Minister of Police.
Gumbi, the former advisor of the President.
Thabo Mbeki, Mujangi Gumbi. Yeah, the former advisor to Mbeki. Yeah.
Yes. And then Enje Motshekga. And then Bheki Cele was not appointed, but he was there in the scene, causing all in all, the panel was constituted by the 5 members, actually 4 members. The 5th one was Bheki Cele, who came
and all
like a toad.
And all members of the ANC.
Yes, all the members of the ANC. You see? And then this so-called panel, he said to them, then they selected Masemola, who was the Lieutenant General and the head of administration in the police, head of the DNC for the Visport.
The very same panel selected General Fani Masemola.
Yeah, no. Ramaphosa said, after he appointed the panel, he said, you panel, your duty is to select a national commissioner for me, I will approve. And you have to select among the following three. It's Mkonazi, it's Masemola, and Musikidi is a woman only.
Oh yeah,
And
General
then,
Musikidi, yes.
Yes. Musikidi was the DNC for also as a lieutenant general.
Yeah.
And then the panel
went for Fanima Semola.
recommended Fanima Semola.
Yes, they recommended Fanima Semola.
And then Ramaphosa approved. Actually, the panel was even given the mandate, actually, to say, no, I don't recommend Masemola, I will approve Masemola.
So Advocate,
why?
What could be the reason, Advocate Teffo, for the panel to have recommended Fanima Semola amongst the two, General Musikidi and General Mkonazi? What could be the reason behind to go for Fanima Semola? Was the president aware, or was by then was he by then the president's favorite? Fanima Semola amongst the three, or someone behind the scene compelled the president to go for Fanima Semola?
Yeah, actually, Masemola was the choice of. Remember, Pegitalo was even working as the advisor to Ramaphosa for information.
Oh, so he recommended him as well.
Yeah, so, and then the panel, I recommended Masemola, and then Ramaphosa approved. And then let me tell you another thing in relation to your question, that why Mkonazi and Musikiri were not appointed. Number one, Masemola is a yes man. He will just agree with anything.
Okay.
When we were reading the book called Animal Farm,
I can visualize the guy, sure.
Yeah, the boxer.
He's a
boxer will say, Napoleon is the right person. It's always right. So Masemola was like a boxer in the Animal Farm. You see? And then you couldn't, as Ramaphosa, you couldn't appoint Mkonazi because Mkonazi, they've learned, Ramaphosa have learned the ways of Mkonazi during Zuma, that you cannot trust Mkonazi.
Yeah.
See, you can appoint Mkonazi and say, you are not going to do A, B, C, D. Mkonazi will agree with you. So, but 7 months down the line, after he got some salaries, he will change. He said, no, I'm going to do this now. See?
So Mkonazi is dangerous. It's dangerous.
This is Mkonazi. And then Musikidi. Actually, I was a part of disturbing the appointment insofar as Musikidi is concerned. Because at the moment, I've got the client.
Yeah, why were you the part of disturbing his appointment? Were you one of those people who believe that he didn't deserve to be on that position in terms of his credentials and his experience or the expertise in the police force?
Yeah, it's not more about that, actually. It's more about the fact that Musikidi is a criminal. She's got the case of 10,000 shoplifting at Macro in Centurion.
Yeah, I've heard a case on the Malanga Commission. It came up. Yeah. Was she charged was she charged, or was she ever charged for that case of shoplifting at the Centurion? Anyway, why would she do that as a top law enforcer?
Exactly. I'm breathing on the neck of the people at IPIT. IPIT people are selective when they do their job. The senior members, like your general, they are so afraid of them. You see, the case, I know the case is there. They don't want to charge her. They say, we are still investigating, but they don't want to charge her. So I'm not giving them a space. I'm pressurizing them.
Now, Advocate, here's another question just to slot in there as time is pressing on us. So from all the testimonies that you have heard from the police generals, from the top to bottom, all the testimonies and what you have heard, what was presented at the Madlanga Commission from where we are sitting, out of all these testimonies, was there one, out of all these testimonies from top generals, police particularly, moreover, was there any one testimony that has ever shocked you in your life as a former policeman to hear on the Madlanga Commission? And then my second question would be, the evidence and the testimonies that we hear, the testimonies and the evidence that has been presented at the Madlanga Commission, as far as you are concerned as a former policeman and then also as a legal brain, do you think the evidence and the testimonies and the evidence that we have, the evidence that have been presented and the testimonies that have been presented and laid bare at the Madlanga Commission, do you think the testimonies, is it enough for magistrate or for judges to prosecute people on this evidence or on these testimonies that we have heard on the Madlanga Commission? Do you believe there's sufficient evidence to prosecute people who were found wanting, particularly the police generals that we have heard, starting from General Sintunule, General Kumalo, General Nkabinde, General, you name them. Most of these generals, surely their accounts of events, including both General Shadrach Spear, do you think there is enough evidence for judges to prosecute people that have been found wanting or people that have been named on Madlanga Commission? And do you believe we have good prosecutors who will be able to deal with such cases?
Yes, thank you. Let me start from here. Let me start from the 6th of July, 2025, because it's where everything started. Many people are not aware, and even yourself, you're not aware of the fact that when Mkonazi did that press conference, where he talked about all this corruption, the cartels, and everything about the senior management in the police, and then to the level of coming to the minister and the Vosmatala and the Brown Mkhosi. You don't know that the press conference of Mkonazi of the 6th of July, 2025 was sanctioned by President Ramaphosa. It was not something that came from Mkonazi.
It was sanctioned by President Ramaphosa. How do we find ourselves in that situation? Tell us more.
Yeah. Give me the chance. Yes, it was sanctioned by the President Ramaphosa. You'll remember that that press conference took place when the president was not in the country. He was at the BRICS meeting.
Yeah.
Before he left for the BRICS meeting, Mkonazi was very angry with the Minister Mkunu, because Minister told him straight that he will not renew the contract of Mkonazi by the end of August last year. Actually, Mkonazi should have been out of the police by the end of August last year. See? So Mkonazi said, no, I'm still young, I still want to remain in the police. And then the minister said, no, you've done your part, you have to go. We'll have to have a new provincial commissioner in KZN. You cannot be there forever, which is true. Mkonazi cannot be the provincial commissioner forever. And for your information, in terms of Section 207, subsection 3 of the Constitution, appointment of Mkonazi to become the provincial commissioner of KZN was unlawful and irrational because it was done by Pekike.
Who appointed Mkonazi to become the provincial commissioner of KZN?
Pekike. Yes.
Was the president aware? Did the president approve of that as well?
President will approve anything that Pekike suggests. They were friends.
Yeah. So
Yes.
then
So
you
now-
were telling us Nkandla Mkhonazi was almost at the exit lounge of losing to his job. So okay.
No, he was not losing the job. He has done his part. He must go.
Or he has done his part. He must go and make way for a new provincial commissioner.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
So he was not happy about that, and Kele was not happy about that, and that's where they had a meeting with the president. And then
who had a meeting with the
President is what he
president?
did.
Was General Nhlanhla who had the meeting with the president?
And Begikele as well.
Okay.
Actually, then they started to say, look, they planned, they conspire. There was conspiracy. That's where conspiracy about Minister Mkunu, the disbandment of the PKTT, influenced by Ket Matala, influenced by Brown Mkhosi, started. So that, yes, and then he was allowed to have the platform when the president is outside and talk about the allegation of Minister Mkunu being in cahoots with the criminals like Ket Matala, because they were already calling Matala criminal. I don't know what did Matala do wrong to be called a criminal. And Brown Mkhosi, they also call him Brown Mkhosi a criminal, but they still didn't arrest Brown Mkhosi. And they will never even find anything wrong with Brown Mkhosi. And even today, Matala is in prison. I don't know why Matala is in prison, because there is nothing that they have against Matala. So it was just the sour grapes of Mkhonazi that Minister Mkunu didn't want him back after the expiry of his contract in end of August. So then President Mkhonazi, that's why Mkhonazi was saying all these sorts of things against the minister, and then maybe in cahoots with the criminal Matala, and then Matala and Mkhosi influenced the minister to disband PKTT. Like I'm telling you, the PKTT was not disbanded by the minister. Minister's got no power. Minister can say recommend, but the person who will action it is the
provincial commissioner.
And Masamla did that.
The national commissioner.
Masamla did that through Shadrach Sibia. Remember when the PKTT, later PKTT disbanded, Masamla was on leave. That was signed by Shadrach Sibia.
That's when they said Shadrach Sibia must sign, and it was on December time, and then Shadrach Sibia went ahead to sign the disbandment letter.
Yeah, and then even the period, whether it was December or January, is neither here nor there. That was the time. It's finished in class. It was the right time according to whoever action that. December, it could have been January. What will be the difference? If the time for the PKTT to be disbanded, according to me, it was long overdue. See, and this was also approved by ANC and COSATU.
The ANC,
at the provincial level, even in KZN, they've been talking about the PKTT that these are the rogue elements, and the truth, these are the rogue elements. So, I've told you now you know, and the viewers are now aware that what Mkhonazi said on the 6th of July, he was sent by the president. What was the intention? The intention was to smear Minister Mkunu, so that when the president come back from the BRICS meeting, he can fire Minister Mkunu and hire someone who will agree with Mkhonazi to extend the term of extension of Mkhonazi.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. This is all about that. See.
Advocate, time is pressing on us. I would love to have another part 2 discussion. This is quite a very interesting and very enjoyable conversation that I'm having with you. Time is pressing on us, I'm afraid, Advocate Teffo. Thank you so much for chatting to us. I would facilitate to have another part 2 discussion. What's your final word as we close the show?
Yeah, no, you're welcome, brother. Finally, I don't know if Matlanga will call me. I've made submission to Matlanga, and then I also my name was also touted at the ad hoc committee, but now at ad hoc committee, Malema and Ian Cameroon, they objected to my name at the ad hoc committee, and I see the chairperson seemed to have accepted the objection. I don't know why. Malema doesn't want me at the ad hoc committee. And then I will see if I will ever be caught at Matlanga. But I'm ready for anything.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
We'll talk about it next time, but all the best of the best, Advocate Teffo. There we go. Thank you, sir. All the best and
Thank
stay
you very
well
much.
and blissful. Bye-bye. Advocate Malesela for our guest tonight on the show. Mami Dumuke, there we come to the end of our... Oh, there we go. Sondoga Mabaso is up next. Until next time, let's do it again. Next week, same time, same place. So from me to you, it's hasta la vista. Hasta luego.
Your love will never be the same. Never be the same. Tune in to the love spot on the lovey-dovey. On the lovey-dovey. On 89.1. Real love, real conversation on the lovey-dovey. Every weekdays from midnight till 3 a.m.
Easy, baby. You don't want to get hooked on this stuff.
Sweet, let's go.
They wanna know. Come on. What's my name, What's my name, I turn you on by my words spell. Look into my eyes, think I want you, can't tell me. I keep it sexy, daddy, so I can't fail. Keep it gangster for the cowards, so I give them hell. Call me misfit, lips for the gang of trash. Riskless now, cause I make a gang of cash. Like glam, still street with the do-rag. Slang, spit.